Working class versus status quo. When I talk about the status quo, the ruling class, the rich elites that run both corporate and political interests, it can often sound like a secret organization out to oppress and control the working class. It's not. People are rarely that well organized and malicious. It's simple. People are selfish, lazy, and hardwired for scarcity. CEOs and politicians may think they're special, and the ruling class Methuselahs have a tendency to make up shit to feel special, like having blue blood. But we're all the same hairless apes that descended from the trees to gain sapiency. We all come from the same tribal ancestors that had to fight predators and worry about their next meal. Literally the only thing that makes the status quo better than us is money. Money to afford a better education. Money to fix health issues. Capital accumulated that affords them time to take care of themselves. And of course, currency hoarded to start businesses. The working class gets underfunded schools and overworked educators. We get to live paycheck to paycheck and told it's our fault for not working hard enough by soft meths who don't know what it's like to have sore knees and calloused hands. We get to suck it up while being fed propaganda about healthcare written by people who care nothing about price tags on lives. Those of us who manage to have the capital to start a business often side with the propaganda of the status quo, despite things like universal healthcare lowering costs for small businesses and no longer tying workers to shitty jobs with good benefits. That's the only difference between the haves and the have-nots. Having money. Throughout human history, the ruling class has divided themselves from the working class. They claim godhood and write themselves as movers of history, neglecting that the population at large are the cogs that ebb and flow in the machine we call society. We, the working class, have always outnumbered them, fought their wars, bought their products, ran their facilities, and it is we, the working class, who have been behind the George S. Pattons, Napoleon Bonapartes, and Ramses II's of the world. Really, the division of us versus them is the fault of hierarchy. When we lead not based on merit, but on rank, we create the ladder of disparity, with the working class on the bottom and the Methuselahs on the top. And the meths often use legislation to remove the rungs of the ladder, like car dealerships and cable companies with mafia-like territory, pushing out competition, or licensing required to start a business. But a state only allows so many licenses, thus halting competition and raising prices. Legislation like this halts competition, and without heavy legislation against it, this is the eventuality of all laissez-faire capitalism. Without a strong government against buying off politicians, you're allowed to pay for the government you like. As long as you have enough money, you get to vote with your dollars, while the working class gets battered around like a ping pong ball in poverty. Hierarchy is inherently unethical. It demands subservience to another person, usually because of arbitrary titles. Managers, supervisors, even NCOs and officers tend to be the best at following rules, saying yes sir and sacrificing more tangible concepts like family and frith for the couple extra dollars an hour. It's rare that someone is promoted on much more than they will make me more money. The leader who stands up for the rights of their workers, their team, is often looked down upon, demoted, or fired. If they do stand up for workers' rights, like informing employees about wage theft, or helping them actually file for workman's comp because of looming medical bills, they've committed sacrilege in the eyes of their boss. How dare you care for your team? How dare you cost this company money? How dare you give in to your humanity and compassion? The plight of the working class is the value of money over life. Fiat pieces of paper that represent the value the status quo places on your labor. Price tags on human life. Dollars over loved ones. An employee is someone's wife, father, mother, husband, son, sister, cousin, or friend. Your life matters more than money. Human life is more important than whatever value the Federal Reserve, a quasi-private bank, deems is necessary. Price tags don't belong on human lives. We must band together to change culture and policy to support human lives over monetary value. That's what working class versus the status quo means. Together we bargain, divided we beg. That's democracy. That's Acritean.